This series is proudly brought to you by MLMtipsandadvice.com.au, the internet's #1 source on succeeding in MLM, and is hosted by myself, Matt Lloyd. So in this video, I wanted to talk to you about the leadership positions of the MLM company Amway, just to give you a little bit of background about how it all works. Now, Amway has around 1.8 million global monthly searches on Google. That's quite impressive. Okay, that tells you a lot of people are searching for this company, and they're either searching for information or information on the products, things like that. So if you are in Amway, that's a good sign for you. Okay, they have around $8.4 billion of sales, and Amway actually ranks second next to Avon in the top 100 direct selling companies. Now, if you go to dsa.com, you can find that. Now, it was formed in 1959, but two guys. Okay, these guys are now very, very rich. Okay, to be honest, I'm not sure if they're both still with us, alive, but I do know they got very, very rich. One was called J. Van Andel, and the other was Rich DeVos, who you might have heard of. The company currently has over 3 million independent business owners or reps. Avon has around 5 million, but both of these companies, if you compare that to the average MLM company, that's very, very impressive. Okay, very few companies in direct sales ever get anywhere near that level. Most of them wouldn't even get over 1,000 people, to be completely honest. Now, like any MLM company, Amway has a lot of different levels of leadership. And the reason why they do this is they want you to climb the ladder. And the way that you climb the ladder and get more recognition and bigger commissions is you make more sales. So it serves as a way to motivate your representatives. And Amway has been using this for a very long time. Okay, so each level has its own little qualifications, and as you go up the levels, your responsibilities and your sales requirements also increase too. Okay, so it's not as if you can just climb that ladder and stay at the top. You have to keep on working. You got to keep on bringing in those different sales. So let's look at some of the leadership positions and really what their qualifications are, and also their rewards. Now, this is all based on the Amway Business Reference Guide. Okay, and according to this guide, the rewards can actually be changed around, but for now, this is what I've found. Okay, so if you look at it like this, first position, the 25% sponsor, this basically means you register one qualifying North American silver producer or platinum. Okay, and your rewards are 25% on performance bonus. Okay, the next one is silver producer. Now, in 1 month, what you have to do is you've got to generate award volume of at least 7,500 point values. Okay, so they work on this whole idea of point values, and I'm assuming that as you sell products, you get different amounts of points for each one. Now, you'll notice that I've got here, one of the rewards is a silver producer pin, a little pin that you wear on your shirt or your jumper or sweater. Now, that might sound a little bit funny. Okay, you do all of this work and you get a pin, but don't underestimate that as a strategy. That really works. See, here's what happens. Any one of these MLM companies or direct sales companies, they have their annual conference. Okay, and often they have conferences on a much more regular basis. And the way it works is you go along and you're going to see people up on stage. Okay, these are going to be the top producers. And a lot of these MLM companies, they will give jewelry or things like that to their top performers depending on what level they're at. For example, one of the large companies I was in, once you reached a certain target, you got a diamond ring, okay, whether you're male or female, it was worth around $10,000. Okay, but you had to get 100 sales, and each sale that you sold was around $2,000. Okay, and you get a $1,000 commission. But a lot of these companies, they will use jewelry. The reason why they do that is because when people go along to these conferences, they see all of these top performers and they're wearing expensive jewelry, whether it's gold, diamond, silver, whatever. But it really creates that motivation to achieve that level of success and get the recognition. Okay, a lot of people who get started in MLM, a lot of entrepreneurial people, a lot of them, that's what they crave. They crave that recognition. Okay, so it's quite a clever strategy. Now, anyway, the next one is you can go to Gold Producer. So, to get to that level, you have to attain any 3 qualified Silver Producer or Platinum months within the year. Okay? Now, following those 3 positions are Platinum, Founders Platinum, Ruby, Founders Ruby, Sapphire, Founders Sapphire, Emerald, Founders Emerald, and then Diamond. Now, if you've been in MLM, sometimes you will hear about people who were either once in Amway or they're still in Amway, and they will call them Diamond or Diamonds or Diamond Distributors. Now, if you've never heard that before or you didn't know what it meant, basically, if you ever hear of someone who got to that level, the Diamond level, it means they were very good. Okay, they were getting results and they made a ton of sales and they built a very large team. So if you ever hear of someone achieving the Diamond level in Amway, it's quite impressive. However, it doesn't stop there. It keeps on going. Founders Diamond, so on. Okay, so you get all of these different levels of Diamond and then Crown and then Founders Crown Ambassador. Okay, so that's a total of 23 positions. Now, the top level, the Founder Crown Ambassador. To qualify, you can do one of 2 things. You can achieve Emerald bonus qualifications and personally, internationally, or foster register 20 groups, each of which qualifies at the 25% performance bonus level for all 12 months of the fiscal year. Okay, that's option 1. Or you can achieve Diamond bonus qualification and generate at least 30 FAA, which stands for Founders Achievement Awards, credits during the year. Okay, and if you did that, you'd be eligible to get 25% performance bonus. You'd get that little pin, okay, the Founders Crown Ambassador pin. And I imagine if you were at a conference in Amway and you're walking around with that pin, you'd have people looking at you as if you were some sort of celebrity, okay? Because very few people would get to that level, but to get to that level would be a lot of work, and you'd really have to go at it. Okay, you'd have to do very well. You get a one-time cash bonus of $196,000. Now you can imagine if Amway are willing to pay you that amount of money to get to that level, it means that you must be bringing in a lot of sales volume. Okay, so you must really be performing. You get also part of a bonus pool. You get participation in the annual growth incentive program. So you get a few of these different things. Plus you get your name in this publication. So it's a long road to get to that level. Like I said, you really have to keep on performing. But, all positions are eligible to get that 25% performance bonus. Now, if you're wondering how difficult is it to get that 25% commission, if you're just getting started, well, in the first place, to qualify as a 25% sponsor, you should enroll 1 qualifying silver producer. Okay, so again, a silver producer is someone who generates 7,500 point values. So on Amway's performance bonus schedule, to receive a 25% PB or commission, you should earn a total of 7,500 point values. Okay, and PVs, if you're wondering, they're simply points that are assigned on every Amway product. Okay, so Amway, they're going to have a ton of different products, and each product, depending on probably how expensive it is, will have more points. Now, there's not really any readily available information online from Amway on how much a PV is equivalent to, but from what I've found in my own research, 100 PVs is around $200 worth. Okay, that's just basically what I've been able to find. So, if you want to get that 25% PV, you need to have 7,500 PV, which roughly translates to around orders of around $15,000. Okay, so your 25% commission from the $15,000 is worth around $3,750. Okay, so you add that to your personal income and that's your profit. So is succeeding in Amway, in the MLM company Amway, is it impossible? And no, I'm not saying it's impossible at all. It's definitely doable, but the truth is, any MLM company that you join, it really comes down to you generating leads, closing those sales, and then leading your team. Okay, so you set the example for your team to follow. And besides, the fact that Amway's been in business for more than 50 years, that does actually tell us that the compensation plan they're using, the products, and the leadership positions, the way they've got it set up, it's working. Okay, it's definitely working. So just remember that when downlines fail, the top level positions go down with them. So if you've got people in Amway still doing very well and they're at that higher level, it means that they've got people in their downline who are also getting results. Now, if you'd like more free tips and advice on doing well in MLM, or you're just doing your research and you're possibly thinking about getting into the industry, then what you need to do is go to mlmtipsandadvice.com.au right now. You got to go there right now, and you are going to be overwhelmed with just how much free, valuable information there is. And for a limited time only, you're also going to get a free copy of my controversial book, The Hidden Truth. Now, this is basically from 3 years of experience of making every single mistake you can make in MLM, and it's everything I've ever learned about the truth about succeeding in MLM. It's over 40 pages. I have sold it before. I am giving it away right now for free. So if you want to get that book for free, just go to mlmtipsandadvice.com.au. I'll see you real soon.